Good Monday evening, everyone. I just want to give you an update on our potential severe weather situation that could be developing later on tonight and into the early hours of Tuesday morning. So we will call it a weather alert night, just kind of staying on our toes a little bit, keeping those weather radios turned on for some storms that will threaten our region late tonight into the early hours of Tuesday morning. So we're in a pattern called northwest flow, which means of the winds aloft up at around jet stream level or so are from the northwest. And so any big storm complex that develops across the Midwest will be steered into our neck of the woods. And our weather map shows that severe weather threat stretching down into Kentucky. It should stretch on down. This should have it shaded on down into Tennessee, as it is unlikely that those storms will lose all of their punch by the time they move into our neck of the woods. And the red shading region that you do see on us is for flash flooding. So we certainly have that risk as well, as these storms can put down a lot of rainfall in a short period of time. So my level of concern, brought to us by USA Mortgage, has increased a bit from this morning. So this morning I was at the edge of that 2. Now I'm at the lower end of 3. So, and we'll see how these storms develop as we go through the night. I'm seeing some warnings now starting to pop up in Illinois and central Indiana. And that is the beginnings of this line that will develop. At first, those storms will pop up kind of isolated. That's why some of them are, at least one of them is tornado warned right now, because they're isolated right now. But as they form into a line, then the damaging wind threat increases, and that will be the predominant threat. And that's what our Premier Generators graph shows us as well. So the main threat time frame looks like 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. So 4 a.m., somewhere around that hour, probably approaching the northern end of the Cumberland Plateau. You folks up in Pickett County, up around Del Hollow Lake, you'll be seeing the impacts of this probably somewhere in the 3 to 4 a.m. hour, and then getting into northern Fentress County around 4. These lines can speed up and slow down, so we'll have to be kind of flexible with this timing, but you get my drift. It's in the late hours of Monday night into the early hours of Tuesday morning. Can't rule out a tornado, though the threat is low with tornadoes with this type of situation. Straight line winds is always the main threat. We saw some of these storms, a similar complex of this, develop in southern middle Tennessee this evening, and there were 70-mile-per-hour winds confirmed with that line of storms. That will down trees and power lines and cause a lot of ruckus. So we have to be careful about that. And of course, they could put down a lot of rainfall in a short period of time and lead to flooding and flash flooding. Folks, I'll keep a close eye on things. Like I said, right now we're seeing the isolated storms with this popping up right now over Illinois and Indiana right on time. And we'll see that develop into a line at some point, and that will arch southeastward and could give us some rough storms early in the morning hours of Tuesday. I will keep you posted. You keep it right here, meteorologistmark.com.